Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Well, we're back to talk about Star Trek, the animated series. In this case, we're looking at the third episode of Season 1. In this case, one of our planets is missing. And this episode was written by Mark Daniels. What was this episode about? Well, in this episode, the Enterprise must contend with a massive space cloud that eats planets, now targeting a Federation colony of over 82 million inhabitants. I probably haven't said this yet when it comes to Star Trek the Animated Series, and one thing that I really like about the original run of TOS is that I really love the use of color, and at the same time, like, although the original was, like, you can tell, like, sometimes it was a set and all of that, but it still made it work. In fact, like, this is, like, a world that you could see, like, a real scientific world come to. And this, I feel like the world of the animated series helps, like, expand it in a way. And that it helps expand it and then help, like, broadens, like, the visual scope of it. And I gotta say, like, for this episode, whenever, like, say, the ship is going through, like, say, the cloud and all that, and then we realize, like, oh, shoot, this is actually a living being.
Captain's log supplemental. The Enterprise has only 15 minutes left before her power is drained, and we are left helpless.
And also, honestly, it really looks great. It's a great visual image. Like, it looks great, honestly. And, honestly, like, say, the use, like, the idea of, like, the use of colors in, like, say, those sort of moments is really great.
Deflector shields on.
Shields up and operating, sir.
More objects approaching aft, sir.
Because it really helps, like, make the world that is in the animated series pop. Sort of like how the original series did. And I like that. And also like the fact that it helps, like, say, when it comes to Spock being able to mind meld with this, like, a cloud creature. Like, in ways, it shows, like, say, how powerful the ability of the Vulcan mind meld actually is. Because previously, when I talked about Enterprise, and the fact, like, there is, like, para syndrome, like, basically, like, a mind melding regenerative disease, it makes me wonder, like, say, could, like, like Spock eventually, or another Vulcan character as well, eventually have gotten that, like, in older series, or is that just, like, something that is, like, newly done in the later?
Else, listen to me. Listen to me.
What? You?
I am another being.
Being? Where?
Most because, like, say, compared to, like, say, like, because you see Spock mind melding all the time, and it makes me wonder, like, say, like, how does, like, is it, like, it just makes me curious about, like, the world of Trek when I figure out all these things. And honestly, I also think that the voice of the Cloud is also the actress who does the voice of the computer.
I am small. Some things I perceive too small, not alive beings.
Listen to me. I'm going to come into your thoughts.
For TOS. I think I could totally be wrong about that. And honestly, I gotta say that the fact that they are willing to talk to this space creature instead of like, although at one point they do use their phasers on it, it's a pretty good I like the idea that, in fact, that they are willing to talk to it first before engaging and say, hey, okay, peacefully didn't work.
Fire. Firing. No effect, Captain.
Now let's try military ways of doing things. But overall, I gotta say, this episode is pretty good. It's a great way of doing Trek animated, honestly, for TOS, and I like it, honestly. See you later.